Welcome, welcome, welcome to a very special edition, although I do say that every week, of Imrama Media Live in Nuuk with Dida G. Heilmann, the amazing musician, photographer, teacher, documentary filmmaker, and Arctic and Dene Games athlete. So, no, there is not much that she cannot do. Welcome, Dida. Thank you so much for hanging out with us for a little while.
Mm.
Thank you.
And I say thank you.
How do we say thank you in,
Koyanak,
how is it?
koyanak,
Oyana,
koyanak.
oyana. We're going to try and learn, would we say Greenlandic or Inuit if we're talking about your language?
Kalaslisut. It's Greenlandic.
Well, that
But
word is too hard for me so far. Can we start easier? Can we start with yes and no? How do we say yes and no?
when we say yes, we do like this. And when we say no, we do like this. It's the same in Canadian Inuit and
Okay,
Alaskan people.
great. This is
Yeah.
a great base. Thank
Yeah.
you. Okay. So, yes and no. That is an easier base. And thank you. We are going to try not to say the T word or the V word, at least for the first few minutes of this. Because what I really want to know is I want to talk about Greenlandic culture. I want to know what it is like to live where you live. You have done so many things. I know that you are well known in a variety of shops, north and south, when the kids see you coming. And you've done some really incredible work. And I just think, you know, sometimes when the world's media shows up and the mayor has to put out a statement saying, please stop bugging everybody on the street, then that can mean we're being annoying, but also we just don't know much about Greenland. Like people weren't paying attention before. And I wonder what it is like now amongst yourself, your friends, the people you know, to have all this attention.
It's quite overwhelming. And we used to live in peace and quiet. And when we travel around the world, when people ask where you're from, so when I say I'm from Greenland, where? Greenland. What's that? Queensland? No, Greenland. It's between Iceland and Canada, the biggest island on Earth. Ah, or when we say, Eskimo. Ah, so now lots of people know where Greenland is. One time I flew to from Frankfurt in Germany to Los Angeles, and when we flew back over Greenland, and you can see the map on the plane on the screen in front of your seat, and there was this American man. I said to him, "Oh, that is my country. I wish I could have a parachute so I just can jump instead of going to all the way to Germany and Denmark and Greenland." It was in 2004, and he said, "No, you're lying. Nobody lives there." And I said, "What? I'm from Greenland. This is my country. No, I don't believe you." So he didn't know anything about Greenland. He didn't think that there was people there. So he was arguing with me and didn't believe I was from Greenland. So I hope he's still alive and see, we're from Greenland. There is a country.
He sees you, you're here now. And I mean, is it strange though? You said you used to live in peace and quiet. That's definitely not the case now. Culturally, Greenlandic people are you generally out there shouting about yourselves, your culture, your thoughts? How would you describe?
In general, we are quite humble people,
Mhm.
but proud. And when we are gathering, we can laugh very loud, and but generally, we're quite quiet because we used to be hunting people
Mhm.
thousands of years in the Arctic. And when you're out hunting, you don't speak, you don't make noises. You have to be quiet as possible to not scare all the animals away. So it's in our nature to be quiet. And when we speak, it's few words, but very important words that comes out, usually. So now I think it's hundreds of journalists right now in Nuuk and more to come. So it's very overwhelming. And especially last year when our international airport opened,
Mhm.
it was so many people and tourists, and we are not used to that.
And
Uh,
when you get behind closed doors now with all of this and you laugh loudly, which I love, what are you laughing loudly about right now?
there is some. It's quite different. It's about our humor. Humor.
Mhm.
It can be very dark humor, but maybe it's also um, a sign of, you know, what do you call it? Some kind of a way to survive, I think,
Mhm.
because yeah, we have lots of suicides here and alcohol problems,
Mhm.
but despite that, we can see the funny things in everything.
Mhm.
Um, we can laugh about, like right now at the television, where the Greenlandic Vivian Motzfeldt and the Danish Lars Løkke Rasmussen, they had a meeting in the White House, and as soon as they came out, this they took a cigarette break before they were speaking with the journalists. So some of the people noticed that and took a screenshot from Facebook, put it on there, and even the ex-smokers, the ones that used to smoke before that quit, they said, "Oh, I know the feeling. I would take a smoke as well, even though I've stopped smoking." S- Just like that. We find some funny things about it.
Yeah, I think the ability to laugh when you don't, I mean, what are you going to do in a way, right? You
Yeah.
don't, yeah, it's a way to stay together. Is there a Greenlandic word that describes this moment or describes this feeling you are having now as a people?
Some people want to be calm and not be uh what do you call it? They don't want to be they don't have to have impact, so much impact. Is it that word?
Impact? Like they don't want to make too much noise. They want to be, is that what you mean?
So
Like,
yeah, because all the medias now, they are blowing things up and make some fear and try to manipulate.
mhm,
So if you're not calm and collected, it would be easy to be manipulated. So I've noticed a lot of people don't want to be have that. What's the other word of impact?
Like
In
influence or
Yeah, influenced.
Mm,
They don't want to be influenced so much about the situation,
mhm.
but some people are uneasy with it. Some people have fear. It's
There's not one.
also.
I was thinking if there was a word that would be more unique to your language. You know how sometimes there are words that only mean something in one culture or that mean
Mhm.
something special. I just wondered if there was a word in your culture that meant something that you could say and everyone around you would understand.
Yeah. I don't know right now. I can really find a word
Mm,
right now. Yeah.
yeah, fair enough.
Mm.
I want to go back to the
It's
story.
so it's
Oh, sorry,
so
no.
complicated. It's so complicated.
Yeah, so
Some
many levels.
yeah. Some people are not bothered by that, and some people are anxious about that. Some people are uneasy. Some people are, yeah, it's very
What
turmoil.
is the word for keeping calm? Like, what is the word for a calm face? Is there one for that? Like for when you present calm or you keep calm in front? Because that seems to be something that's very Greenlandic or very much in the Inuit culture.
I don't know
Yeah, I don't know.
what.
I was just curious. Okay, so I'm going to ask you about the story you told about about being on the plane driving. That would be a heck of a drive. Being on the plane and the American who was like, "Oh, there's nothing there." It it strikes me that look, this could be my assessment that there might be a lot of people who when they look at the north, and this is whether it is Greenland or whether it is Alaska or whether it is Nunavut or the Northwest Territories or Yukon, when they look up at the Arctic, they think that there is nothing there. So, there's nothing there, so we can decide, big
Yeah,
geopolitical talks.
yeah.
I wonder how you would answer that. Like, what would you tell us about how much life there is, what there is in the north, what you see through your eyes?
There's a lot of culture. There's sort of so much soul and spirituality. It's very important for us. We are quite spiritual. Um, and lots of us have claimed our culture back because of the colonization. It was banned to have the traditional drums, mask dance, even the tattoos. I have tattoos here now and here and here.
Mm-hmm.
I have traditional Inuit tattoos now. Um, and in the 60s, 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s, it was quite the Danish traditional Danish mentality, cultural thing have such an impact. Um, my mom, my grandmom were told to respect and honor the Danish people. And we have always felt that we were not that important, us Greenlandic people. We used to be, we used to have very low self-esteem. It's a cultural thing.
Mm-hmm.
It became cultural thing to have low self-esteem. And so many traumas, generational traumas from that. And lots of people are beginning to heal the generational traumas now. So in the 80s, when I was a teenager, I used to be in a Danish class in school. We were divided, Greenlandic class and Danish class. I used to be in the Greenlandic class first, and then when I was 10, I went to the Danish class. And it's very different. And we didn't see so many Greenlandic things with crafts and art. There was some, but it was not that fancy. But in the late 90s, early 2000s, we began to see Greenlandic designers using our traditional, what do you call, traditional things in their designs. Now it's very modern to go back to the basics. We are claiming our culture back. A lot of people could speak Greenlandic and Danish in the 60s, 70s, 80s. It was very important to learn Danish because if you can speak Danish, you can have a higher education. But now, a lot of people only speak Greenlandic and English, and they don't want to speak Danish. So there is a shift. I've been seeing that since I was a child until now. There is a shift, and we can see. No, we are worthy of people. The more we heal, the more confidence we get.
I think about you when you mentioned getting the tattoos, and just to say for new listeners, new watchers, the tattoos are when you get the tattoos along your chin and your, like, is it along your temple here?
Yeah.
And those would be looked down on before, or would they have been forbidden? What would have been the impact?
It was banned.
Banned? Jeez.
From the Christian missionaries. And when we started to have Inuit tattoos again in 2000, around there, lots of people, Greenlandic people, looked down. It's inappropriate, and now you can see lots of people have tattoos now.
Yeah.
We are claiming our culture back.
When you got your tattoos, you were an influential musician. You were somebody who's well known for your music. When you got your tattoos, do you remember how you felt at the time? And do you remember the first time somebody else saw your tattoos?
It's big. It's begun. What do you call it? I got my tattoos maybe 2 years ago. So I have a break from music in at least 10 years. So I've not been so active in music, and some few know me as a musician, but not a big star. But but when I got my tattoos first here, nobody really noticed it. because it's like they always have been there. It's so natural now.
How was it for you? What feeling did you have?
I felt empowered. I felt proud, and I felt stronger. I felt stronger.
I love that.
Yeah.
It makes me think about a lot of what I have been reading and watching. And you've spoken so eloquently to this, though, is people saying, "Oh, who would Greenland pick? You know, America or Denmark?" And you know, if you who do the Greenlandic people feel the most kinship with in the world?
If it was up to me, I would suggest that we should be a nation, Inuit nation, with Alaska and Canada, Nunavik, Nunavut. We have so many similarities, even our language, even our body language, even our tattoos, our clothes, our drums. We have drums. We have more in common with the Inuit, Inupiat, Yupik, with the Nunavik, Nunavut, and Alaska.
You said to
That,
me, oh, sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. I'm sorry, you were saying.
so we want to be our own Greenland.
Of course.
You can ask, what do you choose, Denmark or United States? I don't want to choose either of them. But it takes time. It takes time to be a nation, our state, our country. It will take time because we are so few people. We are only 57,000 people in Greenland. And the majority, we are 20,000 here in Nuuk. It takes time to be independent. I can't choose now. It takes time. And because we have been developing so fast from the 50s, it have been too quick. What's the other word of quick? It have been so
like rapid?
Fast. No,
Fast.
it's fast. Yeah. The development have been so fast. So our soul didn't follow. Like other European countries, they have been taking over 200 years to develop in the modern world. And here in Greenland, we have only from the 50s till now. So it has been very fast. And in our belief, we have this body, mind, and soul. It have to be aligned and balanced, like in other indigenous countries. Body, mind, and soul have to be in balance, so we can develop in our own way.
How would you explain some of the core elements of Greenlandic soul and belief to an audience out there, maybe my mom in a different part of Canada who doesn't know anything about it?
We have this belief that everything have soul. The nature, all the animals, the stones, everything have soul. Everything is connected. Everything is connected. Maybe I can put it in this way. In our belief, there is this, we have soul. All have soul and energy. Soul and energy. Everything is energy. Everything has soul. The body, mind, and soul In Greenlandic, it's Timi Tannak Anasahlu. Timi, it's the body. Tannak is the mind or the soul.
Mhm.
And Anasak, it's the soul.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Like connection up, like
Connection. Yeah.
yeah. It's you talk about healing
Mm,
and healing from trauma.
mm,
And I know you have done a lot of work. You've done some amazing work on homelessness,
mm.
you yourself. What do you think helps and will help that healing process?
To put words on the experience we had.
Yeah.
To accept, okay, that's what I have been experiencing. It hurt, but then I let it go. And moving forward. It's a hard process, very, very hard work to heal. It takes time, it takes effort, but it can be done. And we also believe that our ancestors is with us and they're helping. And I don't know if you know the saying that it takes 7 generations to heal
I've heard.
traumas.
Mhm.
Mm. So all my wounds, I've been healing that for a long time. And then I realized, oh, I have my mom's wounds too, because I've been in my mom. And because my mom have been in her mom's womb,
Mhm.
then I also have her wounds, my grandmom. So I have this me, my mom, my grandmother, my great grandmother, and so on. But only I have their trauma in me, but I also have their strength. So the music from my great grandmother, she was interested in the nature medicine she could find in the nature, all the herbs. And my grandmother, she was playing the accordion.
Mm.
She played lots of music and make people happy. And my mom, she was an educator like me. I follow her footsteps professionally, but she also make children's songs. So she is very well known here as well, my late mom. So I don't only have their wounds, I also have their strengths in me. So it all connected. Everything is connected.
I love that. That is
Mm.
the most beautiful way I think you
Mm.
can put it. I don't know if you have ever heard this. It is um, also some people say that when we heal our wounds, we somehow heal backwards too. We
Yeah,
somehow heal
yeah,
trauma that happened to our mothers, our
yeah,
mothers
yeah.
backwards. Yeah.
Like the wounds that my great grandmother, for example, didn't heal.
Mm.
My grandmother didn't heal. My mom didn't heal. It's my responsibility in a way to heal the wounds. So I've been in a big healing process with generational traumas.
You know, when you
So
talk, oh, sorry, I'm so sorry, Dida.
The more you heal, the more you can. Um, what do you call it? I was thinking in Danish. The more you can have room for other things.
Like new things or growth or
Yeah, yeah,
yeah. You know, I am useless to you in Danish and in
yeah,
Greenlandic, so
yeah.
I'm not going to be of any help. But I love how you think. And when you say this about the traumas and the timeline and the challenges faced by the Greenlandic people and the Greenlandic Inuit, it reminds me how we get very caught up in the news right now, right? Like,
Yeah,
what happened today? Live, live, live.
yeah, yeah.
And actually, when we talk about 7 generations, it puts everything in a very different perspective.
Mhm,
Not to say people aren't allowed to feel nervous or scared,
mhm.
because that is everyone's right.
Yeah,
However, it makes for me, I think, well, it's a perspective shift about what matters to you to you and your community, and
yeah,
also about that time frame for all of us
yeah,
living in uncertain times,
yeah.
like thinking about this whole chain.
If you can be alone in your own thought, in your own thoughts, and you listen very carefully, you get all the answers you are seeking. But now in this modern world, there's so much noise. We don't listen to ourselves. We are escaping, like in different kind of trauma response. It can be cigarettes, it can be alcohol, it can be drugs, it can be too much work, it can be too much workout, it can be you in gambling, it can be so many things. There's so much noise. But if we allow ourselves to listen, I'm practicing that still. Um, I'm learning. There's so much noise. It's so easy to be distracted. But if we can listen to ourselves and be calm, we get all the answers. All the fighting and arguing, and uh, it comes from insecurity because we don't listen to ourselves. So when I meditate, it's not like where you sit there and meditate, but when I'm out shooting photography in the nature, it's my meditation. It's quiet. I can feel myself. Um, when I walk in the nature, when I'm boating, I get so much new energy when I use the nature. It's so important for us Greenlandic people and Inuit to be out in the nature for harvesting and hunting and fishing. Nature is very, very, very important. Then you can see how little you are in the big universe. Your ego is gone for a while. Like when you go into the city, it's so much, and the show me now. Look at me, look at my picture perfect love relationship. See, yeah, there's so much ego. But when you're out you throw the ego away for a while and just be you. Yeah.
Mm. When you were speaking, I could almost feel like I was out somewhere where I could just see the snow for a long way
Mm,
and the big sky.
yeah.
And I wonder what is, I mean, maybe you don't have one thing, but I was looking at some of your beautiful photographs. And what is one thing you see? I don't know if it is an animal or a sight in when you go out in nature in Greenland that always brings
Yeah.
you home.
Yeah. I love boating into the fjord where everything is quiet. You only hear the waterfall, the birds, and sometimes the whales. But when I see an eagle, I feel so, it's majestic,
Yes.
um, powerful. It have overlook. So I think one of my spirit animals are eagle. So when I capture eagle photo, I feel so lucky. It's it's magic for me. All the humpback whales, all other animals. I want to shoot some polar bears and musk ox, not shoot them,
No, I
but
know.
you know, with the, yeah, yeah. And the walruses. These are some of my goals. Someday I'm gonna take pictures of polar bears, walrus, and muskox.
So much life. Again, so much life.
Yeah.
I also think how many lives you have had. I know you are humble. Every time I try to veer back to your music, you veer away and go humble. But I
Yeah.
know you are known.
Mm.
Um, but I'm really curious about your work and your work as a documentary filmmaker and how that is joining together with being an athlete in the Arctic Games, because your current documentary film and photography project is on the Arctic and Dene Games. Is that right?
Yeah. Arctic sport and dinner games.
Arctic
Yeah.
Sport and Dene Games. Can you So I did not know that was a thing. I'm sorry. I cannot wait to see and watch this. Tell us, what is this and what does it celebrate? What does it teach the participants? Why? Tell me more.
I started with to make a project description about homeless people.
Mhm.
I've been writing about homeless people in my master's degree in art of education, where I was making a makeover before and after, took pictures of the homeless people, 6 people. And I was thinking, I want to make a documentary film about, dive deeper into the project. And the same time, I was making project descriptions. Um, I was an athlete in Arctic Sport and Dinner Games, primary Dinner Games. So we had a meeting. We were all gathering from Arctic Sport Greenland, and they were asking us, how can we spread our sport wider to other people? And I was thinking, I'm about to make a documentary film about homeless people. Maybe we can make a documentary film about Arctic sport and dinner games as well. And they were, yeah, what a great idea. So I had these two documentary films at the same time.
At the same time, which for those of you who have never made a documentary is a lot.
I've never made documentary film before, so I was, maybe we can do it. But
Two at a time, no problem.
So the first documentary film is ready now, and the subtitles in Danish and soon English will be ready.
Amazing.
And as soon as finished, then we start to edit the documentary film about homeless people.
Wow.
So hopefully this year, 2026, we will have two documentary films out. I'm working with a man,
Wow.
Peter Jensen from Inuit Media, in both documentary film. He's been working with the media for over 40 years. So I've never made a documentary films before. So he's filming and editing and everything, sound, and so I'm the producer.
Hey, don't you put producer in air quotes. It's an
Only the
important job.
producer, yeah. And I'm very excited to see the results and how it's gonna be. It's important we show it here in Greenland, in different towns, cities, towns, settlements. And after that, we're working on to show it in Europe and Canada, hopefully in Alaska, and maybe United States. I don't know.
I love it.
Um,
But tell me, for those of us who, it's such an interesting project, and I love, again, very humble, but to be like, hey, yeah, let's do two documentaries is part of how you seem to throw yourself into these new lives and new ways of being. The Arctic Games, which you have been an athlete in, they celebrate Arctic sports, so you call Arctic sport and Dene Games. Arctic sport and Dene Games, they celebrate sports and games which have been part of the culture for centuries, for thousands of years. Give me just a little overview of that for our audience.
Arctic sport and Dene Games, it's very cultural. It's the way of living in the Arctic. It's to maintain the strength and endurance, and it's very, how can I describe it? In Greenland, we are very collective.
Mm-hmm.
We're a collective society. We are. It's important to be together and stand together, and yeah. So, in Arctic sport, for example, in the winter times, when there were in igloos, nothing much to do because it's cold outside, maybe. They were making these arm pulls and finger pulls and some stick games, and it doesn't acquire a big place to do the sports. And in the summer, in the spring, summer, autumn, there are hunting seasons. So you have to have these strengths to be able to hunt, to fish. It's the way we have been surviving in the Arctic. So we have to maintain these strength and endurance during the winter.
So all of the games celebrate the culture, but also have always been about maintaining survival, right?
Survival, it's very all the survival skills. Yeah. It's the way how we have been surviving in thousands of years.
Thousands.
Hundreds of years, yeah.
Yeah. I love we talked about the connections, right? So Alberta North and Yukon, Alaska, all these other teams. I say Alberta North because I will be cheering for Alberta North.
Yeah.
But when everyone gets together for the games, what is the mood like? What is it like when all the teams are together, when you're competing against each other, but together?
Yeah. The great thing about this Arctic sport and dinner games, you are not competing with others. You are competing with yourself. We help each other. For example, in Arctic sport, every team helping each other to be the best of themselves. They're cheering. They come with advice. Even the officials help the athletes. We are helping each other. So when we see each other, for example, in dinner games, to Arctic winter games, it's like we are a big family. And also in Arctic sport, we are a big family. And here in Greenland, we have both Arctic sport and dinner games together in the national championships. So we do both things, dinner games and Arctic sport. Even though dinner games is not Inuit, but it's First Nation and Native American. But we have been adopted because it's very similar. So in Arctic sport, Arctic winter games, we are divided. Arctic sport for themselves and dinner games for themselves. And other sport like ice hockey and badminton and futsal and snowshoe and wrestling and so many other sports. But here, for us, for me, I know the Arctic sport and dinner games.
When you are competing, what brings you joy? What makes you happy when you play?
It's the gathering. It's even though we are competing, we have fun. We can laugh. It's mostly like when you see American football or European soccer, as we call football, they're one team with flags and caps and clothes, and they're very aggressive. And here in Arctic sport and dinner games, we help each other.
Yeah.
So even though we have this, it's our team, but in the same time, we are all a team. Like Alaska, Yukon, Northwest Territories, Alberta North, Nunavik, Nunavut, and Greenland, Galashinan. We are a big family.
Well, I hope I get invited to the family reunion. I want to come. I want to see this documentary. I think I can't wait to see your photographs. I think we need to get some more investors in to get this photo book on every coffee table.
Yeah.
I think, I guess, listen, I want to thank you so much. What you've shared is so rich and meaningful for those of us who want to understand more deeply. And you also have hopefully helped to not, so everyone doesn't torment every single person on the main street in Nuuk. It's maybe not. So probably you'll still
Yeah.
get tormented. I'm sorry. But I guess maybe a final question. See, and we still haven't said his name. If you could give a message yourself, like what you would like to say to the world, like what you would like the world to know about Greenland, or I mean, you've said a lot to know about Greenland, but maybe to keep in mind, or how you would like the world to behave maybe toward Greenland now and in
Mhm.
the future. What would you ask? What would you ask of us?
It's very important that we respect each other, respect each other's culture, respect each other's nationality, and be curious. Um, like you're curious. And when I travel around the world, I'm learning about my own culture because all of the questions they come because I never thought of that before because I'm living in it. I'm living in it. So it's normal for me. But when other foreigners asking me about Greenland and our culture, I have to reflect of the questions and think about, I haven't seen that in that perspective. So it's good to be respectful, but also curious. And in general, we are very humble people, and we love to be here in peacefully. And we're used to live in peaceful because, yeah, in here in Nuuk, it's a quite kind of a big city.
Yeah.
But when you go to other towns and other settlements, it's very quiet and you can listen to your own thoughts. You can feel yourself. You are connected to your soul again. So it's very important to, yeah, just be curious and respectful.
I love that. That's
Yeah.
a wonderful note, and
Mm.
thank you. My final thing, can you teach me? Well, I don't know if you can. Can you tell me your favorite Greenlandic word? What do you think is the most beautiful word in your language?
Oyamasupunga. It means I'm thankful.
Can you
And
say?
it's very important to be thankful. Oyamasupunga.
I'm gonna.
And
Yeah, and sorry.
asavakit, it means I love you. And asaninnak, it means love.
Mm.
Yeah.
I'm going to go practice all three of those
Mm.
because it sounds so beautiful when you say it. I don't want to ruin it. But I agree. I am grateful for
Yeah.
your time, for your wisdom. Thank you. Um, I want to go out in nature right now. Um, and I really appreciate this. Thank you so much, Dida G. Heilmann. I'm going to drop a few links into the show notes. So if you are happy, we'll share a little music, some photos, and I'm going to update it when we get this doc out
Mm.
because it's going to be incredible, I'm sure.
Mm.
Thank you so much, and I am wishing you peace and your own thoughts.
Ishislu, it means you're welcome or you too. You as well. You too. Yeah.
Oh, wonderful. Thank you. Good night.
Good night.